Going on, guys? Down in my dungeon, a little bit dark down here. I just woke up, but I can do videos, and sometimes nothing comes to me for weeks, maybe even a month. But then lately, sometimes, boom, 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 just every day. Something new. God is just bringing this to me. So anyway, guys, let's get on the subject. I've never done this one. This could be about 6 minutes. Okay, you guys bear with me. Reincarnation. Okay, I don't think I've ever done a video on this, man. So let's get on to this because I was just watching a few things on people, children that have died, and they come back. They go into some kind of coma or whatever, and they come back and they're having these memories of a past life, and they got scars that sort of prove that they might have been killed, or if they do the research on somebody that lived in another country or whatever. Anyway, guys, you know where I'm going with that. Uh, so what about reincarnation? Okay, it goes against the Bible. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But how does Satan work? Okay, let's get into that first. Okay, we all know, I know personally, that demons can get up in the head. Okay, I've been in a situation in my life. I'm going to give you an example, guys. I've been in a situation in my life where I had these thoughts about cursing God, and I couldn't get them out of my head. Okay, not with my mouth. They were in my head, and I could not get them out. Okay, I was going through a time in my life, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's like I had demons in my mind just trying to get me to curse God. Okay, so I knew what was going on, just like Job. This lasted for months. I would lay down in bed, and all of a sudden they would just pop in my head about cursing God. And I just woke up and I kept telling God, dude, this is not me. I would never curse you under any circumstance. I just kept telling God that over and over. So I knew I had demons in me. Okay, for all you Christians that think you can't get a demon, maybe I wasn't right with God. Maybe I was letting my guard down. Again, I'm not perfect. I admit that all the time, guys. So maybe I let them in. Maybe it was my fault. Okay, but I knew what was going on. They were trying to get me to curse God, and it would not stop. And I'm like, wow, and finally it went away. Uh, but anyway, guys, you got to be on your guard, man, because this is how the demons get in. This is how they work. This is how they possess people, okay? Uh, reading up on reincarnation, how does Satan work? He wants you to believe, okay, that you can die and you're just going to do some type of circle and come back as another person, come back as another entity. Maybe, the Buddhists, they believe you come back as a grasshopper, a frog, a blade of grass, maybe a tree. So, this is what Satan wants, okay? Hebrews 9:27, people are destined to die once, and then you face judgment. So if you're Satan, you're going to go against what God just said right there. Okay, God is telling you, guess what? When you die, you're facing judgment. Okay, Satan wants all these people to believe in any way he can, but that's not the case. You can die, and you're just going to come back as somebody else later on. And then he's going to use his little demons to get up in here. It's this untapped resource, and do things to make that happen. Some people, I've read stories where they hit their heads and they black out, and then they come back and they have these skills, okay, or they go into a coma for months and they come out, and then all of a sudden they have these new skills, okay, that they never had before. Could this be Satan? Okay, because now you notice that a lot of these people in these cases, man, they got these new skills and it consumes them. Okay, so in other words, if Satan can get anything to consume you any way he can, and just get your mind off God, if it was on God in the first place, that's all that matters, guys. His job is to get the general public and the general population of the world just anything in their minds besides God. Okay, that's how he operates. That's how the demons operate. So, and again, look at these magicians that perform these tricks that are just, there's no way they can do that. Okay, you got musicians that say they've signed a deal with the devil. Many of them. Okay, I've read all them stories. Let's see. I wrote a few notes here because I didn't want to miss anything. You got false teachers things of that nature. You know, they're working for the demons. In other words, to deceive people. I did a video on this kid inside edition that I put down below, where this black kid was in that house in Indiana and he's crawling up the wall backward. You know, so that shows you how demons can get into people. Okay, biblically it's true, real life is true. If you guys haven't seen that inside edition video I got down there about that kid crawling up a wall backwards, where all the nurses and doctors and caseworkers actually witnessed it, okay, then you should go see that, because every now and then God or Satan is going to show up as proof that they exist. Okay, God parted the sea. Guess what that was? I mean, you know, that was proof, but yet they, you know, Moses and the boys walked across the ocean, and right away they forgot about God. They started partying again, went back to their old ways, went back to their sin. Then God said, you know what? You're not going to enter in. That's it. I just showed you I exist, and then you stabbed me in the back. Anyway, guys, let's see what else. I think that's about it, man. Let's talk about, you know, and again, these people that wake up from getting hit in the head and they have new skills. Okay, now the brain, I want to get into the brain a second. And it is so powerful the way God designed it. So let's say that maybe you're watching somebody play a piano and you have no idea that you're actually learning it. It could be being stored up here. So later on down the line, you know, you hit your head, and then all of a sudden that information that you stored up there could come out. Okay, guys, that's how powerful the brain is. You know, there's just things up there that are not being unlocked, or things untapped, things of that nature. Let's say, you know, in the Bible, it talks how God is going to, every word that you have ever uttered is going to come out, and he knows what it is. So maybe, you know, the brain is storing all that information, and God just, like a memory card, God just taps into that, or he has tapped into it before you die. Maybe right after you die, you're laying on your deathbed, whatever, and it's just uploaded into God's database, where he just knows it automatically. I have no idea. But I'm just trying to give you an example of how powerful the brain is, and, you know, how it works, what it's capable of. I think that's about it, guys. I'm reading some of these notes here. But again, this is reincarnation, you know, and how Satan could be using that. You know, like I say, these little kids wake up, well, I used to be somebody else, and there is proof that looks like they were somebody else. You know, but again, now, this is how the demons work. They want you to believe, you know, you got Christians out there that are reading this stuff, and the plan is to get believers to believe, you know, that there's just a full circle going around here, you know. I mean, Satan has that power. He can, you know, he knows who died 20 years ago, and if you got a scar that's similar to that person's, well, guess what? We're gonna make a match, you know, and then get the demons up in the head and get this person talking like they used to be this other individual. So that's very well possible. So that's your reincarnation right there, guys. Satan wants you to believe that once you're dead, you turn into somebody else. Okay, that's his job. Okay, and then to get you to believe that, just like I said, magicians out there that are very, I mean, there's no way they do what they do. Maybe they signed a deal with the devil. Maybe they got demons working inside of them. Isn't there something in the Bible about some girl or some guy that was using witchcraft, using demons to make money for some guy? You know, so the demons were in there working to make money. I can't remember. I'd have to read it again. But anyway, man, that's it. I think I'm into this, what, 9 minutes. Okay, so I went a little bit overboard. But reincarnation and a little bit more, how Satan works and how the demons work to lead, especially Christians, astray, and other people. Even the people that aren't Christians, you know, they can be led astray by this false, demonic working. All right, guys. Peace out. Take care. God bless.